Hello, everyone. So that's a lot. I need to. That's better. Hello, everyone. We are at the end of this wonderful WordCamp Verona, and hopefully you have some energy left to for our next presentation about building online courses in WordPress and learning without a learning management system. My name is Olaf. This is Sharon, and oh yeah, we spent a lot of time working together, right?
12 years almost, and most of it has been fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We are working for different customers and mostly like now organizations like churches, communities, and other nonprofits. And
We build websites, that's also good to say.
yeah, yes, we build websites for this kind of companies. And besides this, we have our own projects, and maybe probably you have some too, like a blog or maybe a plugin or an online course.
And that's what we're going to talk about today, namely the last course that we created. And a while ago, I started a new project called Websites for Coaches, where I create websites for lifestyle coaches, grief coaches, job coaches, any type of coach you can name. And I wanted to help them to improve their website, so I created a course about online copywriting. And I created all the course materials, I edited the videos, and Olaf also played a very important part because without him, my course wouldn't be people wouldn't be able to access my course. And why not? That's because I didn't want to to use a learning management system. And I've used one in the past. I am using one now with another customer that also wanted to create a course. But for this project, a learning management system was just not the best fit.
Um,
So, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, we are talking about, of course, the hate-love relationship from Sharon with learning management systems, and we will talk about building easily an online course without, yeah, with just a few tools. Yeah, you just need to build a website
And
with a course.
we will end with our plans for the future because even though we are very happy with what we have now, there is still room for some improvements.
So there are three reasons why we didn't use an LMS. And first of all, are there people here already using an LMS plugin in the past or right now?
You see something?
Okay. And which one is it? LearnDash, maybe? Toot LMS, maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Sensei from Automatic? Ever used one? Okay. You did it, right? Yeah.
Yes, that was the last tool we
Okay.
used.
There's one thing with learning management plugins, and you guys know it. It is a massive software. You have a lot of functionality, mostly functionality most people doesn't need. Um,
Yeah, for example, like the option to add different teachers or to create quizzes or to award your participants with a nice certificate at the end. And when you just have a bunch of videos and some other materials, you actually don't need that. A second reason why we are not a big fan of using always a learning management system is because of the look and feel. There are options to change the platform in by your best wishes, but in my experience, it usually takes a lot of time so that it matches your brand and website.
Yeah, there's one thing. If you use LMSs, they have a huge learning curve. So even if you are new or maybe more experienced with WordPress, it's not easy with to work with them. And you missed
Yeah,
something? Yeah,
no, that's why we came up with
yeah,
something else, but also good to know our way isn't for everyone. It is for us and it might be for you as well, but just make that decision for
yeah.
yourself.
So before this, using an LMS isn't bad things. It's just like, yeah, we don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for our way, you only need a few things, two to be exact. And that is first a page builder.
Yeah, we built our online course with Elementor, but maybe you're using different page builders like Divi. Anyone here? No? Yeah, okay. So you can use it.
Yeah, and you can also use the block editor, just use whatever you like. And then you need another plugin, the restrict user access plugin.
Right. Before it's the moment that you have your online course developed, you need to protect your lessons. Otherwise, you don't get in contact with your participants. So you need to sign them up and that you know who is actually using your online course.
Yes, and also for free courses. So not only when you're
Yes,
making money,
absolutely.
because if you're thinking about creating a course, you might have to do it to get some extra income, but you can also use a free course to build your audience or to as an extra service for your existing customers.
Yes. So we have chosen to use the Restrict User Access plugin because it's free, at least the basic version. There's also a premium version, and you can just download and update it from the WordPress repository. And it's very powerful and simple to use.
But we will get to that.
Yeah. Now we know which tools we use, just like Elementor or any other page builder. We have to create a custom post type for our lessons. You can do this just right adding some PHP code into your functions.php file from your child theme, or just use a plugin like Advanced Custom Fields.
The second step is to create a tag to group your lessons. We could have done that with a custom post type for courses, but because of simplicity, we chose this option.
Don't forget to add support for tags while creating your custom post type.
Step 3.
Yeah. If you create a lot of lesson pages, you need to take care about that your participants can switch between the different lessons. So we do this with a standard menu navigation function from WordPress. So just create a menu in WordPress and add all your lesson pages from that course at the moment that they are created.
Yeah, easy and efficient.
Yeah.
It does what it does. Back to the lessons. For that, you first have to create a basic design for which you can just use your favorite page builder. And here you can see that there's 2 parts. A part where that looks the same for every lesson, like a logo, title, and the menu for which we use the navigation widget. And then on the right side, you have like the course content. It also works like that in a learning management system. So what I do, I can use this over and over again. I just load it as a template with a new lesson, and I can just change the content. One disadvantage.
Yeah, one disadvantage has this option because if you have a lot of lesson pages you have created and you need to change something, it might be a lot of work because every change you make, you have to do it on all the pages. For example, you have 20 lessons and you see that that after a couple of weeks that your online course doesn't work very well on mobile, so you have to change the layout maybe. And if you have to do this for all these 20 lessons and every change takes maybe 5 or 50 minutes, it's a lot of work. So that's what you don't want.
So from a developer perspective, this might not feel as very neat and clean.
Yeah.
But as a WordPress user, I really like this because I have 100% complete control on how my lesson page looks. So for example, if I want to make a second course and I have just different materials for that course, I can just change the layout for that specific course. A learning management system, I don't have that many options on how to post the content to my lesson pages. So for me, the disadvantage of maybe have to change things, it hasn't happened to me yet because I work very clean and neat. It just outweighs the advantages outweigh the disadvantage. So what you have to do is just make one first good lesson.
Yeah. Take care of that one lesson is really good, and so maybe you have less to change afterwards.
And then it makes you very happy because it's so easy to build your course pages. When you create a course, you also have to think about not only how it works in the back end, but also how it looks. And as you could see on the last slide, it doesn't look very different from other learning management systems, because like it's a learning environment, what can you do with it? But for me, one thing was different, and it was very important for me, is that I didn't want one long, boring video where I explain everything per lesson, because that's not fun for my participants. Instead, I wanted more short videos, like 3-4 minutes, that people really can choose, okay, what am I going to learn about? I wanted to keep them engaged, but how should it look? Because usually, like a learning environment looks like this, with like some information. You have like one video and then you go to the next lesson. What can I do that looks good with like 7 different videos? You don't want to put them all below each other. So we came up with 2 different pages for the courses to give you some inspiration for your own course.
So the first page is your start course page, where you take care about that the participant is excited with to follow the course, to start with it. And there's also a button with to contact the course creator.
And then we have like the lessons pages for all the other lessons, where you have like a short introduction videos, you have learning goals, you have like a button where you can download extra materials, where you can just put a PDF or another type of document. And below that, I have like all the short videos, where you have like a thumbnail, title, information, how long the video is, like 4 is the maximum for this course. And when you click on the thumbnail, it opens like on top of the page. And I all filmed in a squared frame, so that it would look good on mobile and desktop. And people don't have to turn their phone. And this is also just like a template. You can just put it in every lesson and change the content. So it's really not a burden for me to change my course. If there is a typo, small mistake, do I want to add something, it's not a problem, and I can just add even more videos. So now a lesson has 5, maybe I'm gonna record a few extra next month, and then I'm just gonna add 4 other videos.
Okay, now we have all the lessons. Now we have to take care about that it works. So we use the restrict user access
Plugin? Yes.
Yes, it's a terrible name. Okay.
Don't say that on video.
So what you do here is you create a rule, yeah, an access rule for this content. So you create, you choose the post type. It's called here cursussen. It's a Dutch word we can't use. And next, the tag we used to build all these lessons together. And then, yeah, at the moment that you create this condition, all the content with this tag is only accessible for logged-in users.
You can see those.
So, yeah. And next you see the members list, and where you can add members manually. That is what we do right now, because it's enough if you don't have so many new participants every day. And you can add here all the users which are already created in WordPress.
So for the first few weeks, months, maybe even years, let's say you have max 5 buyers a week, this shouldn't be a big problem to add users manually. At least it's not for us. Yeah. We think that's okay. Yeah.
Okay, and the last option you have to configure for your access level is a redirect to a public page. So just in case someone has visited or just got the link to your online course page, you can redirect non-members to a different page. That might be the page where you offer your online course.
So is our tool completely finished? No. When it's growing, or at least in the numbers of sales, and you're selling it 10 or 20 times a week, of course you have to professionalize the buyer process. Not only for yourself, because it saves a lot of time, but also for your customer.
So for many people it might be differently. You can use WooCommerce together with a Restrict Access user plugin. So where you can just add any member to the course at the moment that they bought it. So that's just easy as looks like here in the screenshot. And for other
Yeah, so it's very easy to make a connection between the Restrict User Access plugin and WooCommerce. So why didn't we use that since it's so easy? Well, because we're selling my course with a different plugin. We have like our own payment plugin that's also very light, but we still have to make a connection. He has to write some code that there is a connection between that plugin and this Restrict User Access plugin.
Yeah. So at the moment that we get more and more new users or new customers for this course, of course we make this automation. So it's just like connect two plugins with each other.
Yeah, but you can use this if you want.
Yeah. If you want to follow these steps, just use WooCommerce and you are done. You have almost anything you need.
Yes. So another thing we would like to do that's also on the to-do list is to create a dashboard for students. When you have just one course, it's perfectly fine after logging in that you redirect them to the course. But if you have two courses, there's already a slightly problem. So you have to create a space where they can choose which course they're going to. And then a dashboard would be a perfectly fit for that, since it's also a good option to engage your participants. For example, with announcing new courses, announcing events, or even giving information on updates on your course. So that's we did the design, but we still have to.
Yeah. So if you use WooCommerce, you can do similar things with not so much complicated stuff. Just you can change the dashboard page, or just you create an endpoint in the My Account page from WooCommerce to get this done.
And finally,
here we have extra functions on our list. The first one.
Yeah, it's even requested by one of our students, because there are so many videos. She asked us like, okay, I forgot which video I'm watching. Can there be like a button that I can just check which videos are watched? So that shouldn't be a very big thing to create, but it's on the list.
Yeah. So there are other steps we showed in this presentation have been done with actually free tools, with free plugins. And the last extra functions, you need to create some of your own code to get it working. But I think from my developer's perspective, this is not so complicated. And maybe you can even tweak it somewhere with contact form plugin or whatever.
Yeah. So with more participants in your course, you can do more.
Yeah.
But we are still on
You can even invest more so if you have enough users.
Yeah. Do you want to stay in touch with us? You can send us an email, or we can connect on LinkedIn, where sometimes we can be very active, sometimes. But be aware, our content is in Dutch. So, but we still love to connect with you.
Yeah. Thank you for attending to our presentation.
I think we have time for questions.
Yeah, we have a lot of time for questions, and thank you for this. Thank you for your beautiful speech. I would have seen it before, because sometimes I had to face the problem of creating something like this, and it's really easy, I think, without plugins, to build something very valuable for your customers and simple to use for developers, users, and everyone. So we have space for questions, and we have space for all questions.
Okay. First of all, thanks for your interesting case study. And how did you manage user access to static content like videos or PDF and so on? Because if I know the static URL, I can have the free access in.
Okay, I try to repeat the question.
Yes.
So how to add students
if you have some content like PDF or videos that WordPress store under WP Contents uploads, for example, there is no user restrictions.
The access to the media files, for example.
Okay, okay. So media like videos or
Yeah,
images and so on.
PDF or...
Yeah. Now the most easy way is to use a very unique file name. That's very easy. You can protect your videos if you go for Vimeo or other professional video providers. That's possible. Yeah, so then you need to use their player. Then you can get a chance that you yes, that no one can download the video or view the video if he is not logged in into your website. So that's maybe the best thing what you can do. There are, I think, even what was the name from this video provider you use?
Bunny.
Bunny, yeah, Bunny CDN. They have also, yeah, they have a video player where you can protect the viewers. It's a bit complicated, but it's possible. One more questions?
Thank you, yes. You and you.
Thank you. So not really a question, I'm not sure I understood. If you go back to step 4
Yes.
of the initial phase,
Whee.
yes, here. Here you say that one of the possible drawbacks of your approach would be that if you need to change something, you need to change that in all the instances, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not a block editor expert, but I think that you can use a functionality that is called patterns.
Yes. Yeah, they do have like, do they call symbols or something in Elementor? So you can have like global things where you just change it once. But yeah, for example, when you have like, wait, we go to this one. So, for example, this is your page, and on mobile phone you have like a order of things, and then you're gonna think, okay, I want to change the order of my elements, so you want to move something above something else. Then you have to do that like for every lesson.
Okay.
So changes like that, they have to then...
Yeah, okay.
But still, like when you see in my course, I have like 7 lessons. So I don't think it will take me a lot of time to make like a small change for 7 lessons. If you really have a very big course with like 20, I don't know why you would do that. Like for me, it wouldn't make sense because I would just cut it up in like 3 different courses. Then it's much more easier to offer that to your customer. Yeah, then it's more work to change it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I have a question regarding members. As far as I was able to see, it looks like there is the possibility to members to subscribe to the website, basically, but not on a per course basis. Or is it possible for members, in case you have 2 different courses, they subscribe to a first course and then to a second one, and to manage which course they are able to see on the website, and how to do that?
Overzicht gaan van die... Yeah, how make it work? Yeah. So you create one new access level. So this one access level is for the coach copywriter courses. So the next one is maybe just SEO copywriting. Yeah, the next one. So you create the next access level where you use the tag from the different course. So that's the easy point. Yeah, and adding is like manually, or if they bought it with WooCommerce.
And then they will automatically add it when the first time they buy this course with WooCommerce.
Met het WooCommerce verhaal, ja. Nog eentje? Ja, deze, ja. So at the moment that you use the add button, you get the option to, if a user purchase a product, and then you can choose the product he bought already. So you can have 5 different rules to get the different memberships.
Yes, I just didn't catch that there were different access level for every single course in this case.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My fault. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you try, sorry, that plugin and, well, I don't use Elementor, so I don't know about that.
Which one do you, what, do you use the block editor or do you use another page builder?
I don't use page builders, but I develop for block editor, so it's kind of difficult to explain. But anyway, I was curious about the access level plugin works for a multi-site installation, because I'm curious about thinking something like that as different courses, but in different folders. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, I was thinking about if you want to change something on your course, you can always have a different website on a multi-site. You copy the course you have, you make your changes, and then you exchange the the websites. I don't know if you. I have to show you to make you understand. Multi-site is a more powerful tool that you think, because you can do very interesting and nice thing with it. So my question is, do you know if this plugin works also for multi-site?
I think it is working.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
But
very
we should
it
check.
is. I worked on
think.
I worked on the multi-site during the last 6 months, and I think that I tried it once, but we didn't use it yet. But I think it's working. But because it's a plugin, I think they have 10,000 users, so this is not a small one. It's it should work, and yeah, I think it shouldn't be a problem because it is using the data from your post types, and if you work with WooCommerce, from the post type tables which are used for WooCommerce, so it should work absolutely.
Yeah, should work.
So if you work with multi-site, every WooCommerce instance has its own database of database tables.
Yeah, definitely. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's very cool. I think that multi-site installation could be very useful for this kind
Try
of.
it.
Yeah. But still, it's what we did is like a very simple and easy way to make a course. And I don't know if I would do it for like very big sites with like a lot of courses, a lot of lessons, because then it might be a bit of a mess being in your website. So
It's not what I was suggesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
No,
just
absolutely
okay,
not.
okay.
it's low
Then it's
low
good.
entry. It's low entry. So
Yes.
A more simple way to manage
Yeah.
a simple course. So if you have to change anything, you put that into another website, and there is a copy of the first one. Do your changes, switch, and that's it. You don't have
Yeah.
to do it manually, course by course.
Lesson by lesson. Yes. I secretly hope that I just don't have to make too many changes. That's just the best option.
Okay. Thank you to our speaker again,
Yes.
and a big applause to them.
Thank you.